fans starting to howl in Carter Finley Stadium as they are ready to see NC State go to work. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Virginia Cavaliers taking on the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Virginia Cavaliers offense will get the first crack at it here. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
Back to pass, it's Morris. Dumps it off in the flats. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Man, you blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42. He'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man downfield. It's a seam wide open. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. On the option. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
This defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play. Third and goal coming. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll bring it out. It's Ross. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Unloads to the right. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The give to the back. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And I think a lot of people are going to look at that drive, and first of all, the drive was awful. They're all going to look at the drive and say it was awful, but how about the giving up on 3rd down? I mean, you got 3rd and long, you try to sneak a run in, and this drive, this possession, it was disastrous for the offense, and now you just hope you have enough space to get a punt off.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Using his legs, it's Smothers. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. That's caught. It's Anderson. He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
No 1st down. That's fine. We got the completion. We had a successful play, and it sets up now a 4th down situation where, yes, I'm going for it.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. That'll give them an early 6-0 lead. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Morris. It's caught. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the run. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on fourth.
They punted away on fourth down. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
From the gun on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The give on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on third down. Dropping back, it's Morris. Under fire. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Another incompletion on third down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. That's a bad drop.
They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hendrickson. Jesse, that's like a throwback to yesteryear, tossing it to a pass-catching fullback.
Well, it's nice to know as a quarterback, when things aren't open downfield, you can find the big fella for a check down.
NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Anderson. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's Anderson.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense has taken everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Grabbed in the middle, it's Rogers. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. NC State on the move, set up with another 1st down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's Anderson. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver working the curl route. Receiver got his depth, and he fought back to the football, helping make that completion a whole lot easier.
NC State to the line on 3rd and inches. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Gives it on the option. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. They're now up 9-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll go to the ground. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll do it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
They go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
Well, the one thing we know about this defense is they've got some exotic looks, and they're not afraid to bring pressure from the second level. That time they brought the free safety, and he was able to get home and sack the quarterback.
The Cavaliers send out the punt unit. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And here comes the punt team. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. First play of the drive comes from the 41. From the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And the ball's loose in the backfield. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Great place to start for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Morris. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has one interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Complete downfield. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
You can tell this quarterback and these wide receivers are on the same page. Quick read, quick throw, quick success.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man out of the backfield. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
And that's a touchdown this offense absolutely had to have to keep it to a one-possession game before going in at halftime. That touchdown is going to do wonders for this team's confidence.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking for a man, it's Bailey. It's complete to the left. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Motion from the back. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Got it behind the line. It's Scott. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Now facing a 3rd and long. A very conservative approach here, just taking the knee and heading to the locker room. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
And the Cavaliers will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. With the catch, it's Grimes. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Now on second down. Off play action. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it at the 36, it's a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grab behind the line, it's Daniels. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Makes the grab, it's Anderson. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Trying play action. Caught behind the line. It's Hendrickson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They just keep firing. Pulls it in. It's Hendrickson. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. How about the little toss out to the fullback to give him a touch?
And you said little toss because they're not trying to throw bombs to the fullback. This is a guy that's going to be more of a possession wide receiver, but if you can depend on him and he can catch the football consistently, you can get those little gains, those positive gains, and keep the defense a little off balance.
Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Gets it out quickly. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
NC State has to come up with a big play here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
NC State started this drive with terrible field position, but now a little room to operate. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Handoff from the gun. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, North Carolina State! Fitted in the window for the score.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Back to throw, it's Morris. Release to the back. Makes the grab, it's Brown. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man in the middle. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the right. It's complete. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Really effective concept against the zone there, and it helps all the more, David, when you have a tight end that can get downfield.
No doubt. Take your tight end, put him in the slot, makes it easier, better matchup. Now he's got a good corner route. You can tell. Sticks his foot in the ground, quarterback puts it up there. Know he's got zone, know he's got the big fella. He goes up, catches the football, makes the big game.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
The Cavaliers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run it from the gun. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
And the Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. The play action fake. The sure hands, it's Harris. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They're working that left side. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. This is why you recruit dudes, right? Quarterback distributes, get the ball in the hands of playmakers, and let him do his thing.
Dude makes quarterback look good. I mean, you get it to him in space, and watch. He'll break the tackles. He'll make those plays, but nice job getting the ball out fast to his playmaker and letting him do the rest.
He's got it on the move. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll send the back in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Touchdown, Virginia! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll get this drive going from the 17. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Now the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Scott. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. Breaks into the open. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
Such a nice job by the wide receiver there on the corner route. He did a nice job off of the stem, not telegraphing where he was going. The defender had no idea. And when he broke to the corner, he created a little bit of separation. There was an accurate throw. He made the catch and then took it into the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish with a 62-yard pass for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Off the play fake on first down. Grab near the marker is Harris. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like, late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
They'll try the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Honestly, it just looks like the defense has better players on the field, and that's really demonstrated itself throughout the course of the game. They've got more speed. They've been able to shut this offense down in every possible way, and even on that last one, not letting them get out of bounds. You got to be impressed with what you've seen by this defense.
To the air, it's Morris. Caught over the middle, it's Courtney. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. They got him down quickly after the pick, but he'd already made the biggest play, and they've got it at the 38.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Tight end now in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. To the ground with the back. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
He's got an open man, and he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
caught in the backfield. It's Hendrickson. Touchdown, NC State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and the lead swells to 16, and it's getting late. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. To throw, it's Morris. Fires to the big fella. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on first down, open up the entire plate.
And just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes.
The Cavaliers can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll pull it on the read. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Throws to the tight end. Working on the right. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Looking to pass, it's Morris. Got his man.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
And the Cavaliers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Finds the tight end. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Man, the offense, they can taste it. They're on the road in a hostile environment in a 2-minute situation. They're trying to rip this game away from the home team. They take a shot into the end zone, being aggressive. I love the play call, but it falls incomplete.
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the right. And he's got it for the late touchdown, but probably a little too late, barring just an epic finish.
Step one by this offense complete. Really nice job. They had to get the touchdown. Now we got to go for the 2-point conversion, cut this thing to 8, so we got a chance to tie the game late with some late game heroics.
So this likely just to get the final score a little bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll go for 2 here. Scanning the field, it's Morris. Rushes on him. Oh, no, the ball popped out. And the offense will maintain possession. Son, that ball must be riveted to your rib cage. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.